Scotland Yard detectives offered to help.
I started working here about 3 years ago, and in that time I've seen some dramatic changes within the academy.
By the time Scotland Yard got involved, the Norwegian government had declared they wouldn't pay any ransom. So John Butler and his team came up with an artful scam. Undercover officers posed as representatives of the Getty Museum in America After a while, a poster reproduction was hung in the empty space with the word "stolen" written underneath. People still came to see the poster, and some visitors, mainly Japanese, prayed at the spot for the original's safe return.
我々は居場所を追われてきました。私たちが住める場所はまだいくらか存在しますが。
The strong points of KGB is ability to pick up proper young people with certain perspective for future and then guide them throughout their career.
The thieves shinned up a ladder, smashed a window, took the painting off the wall and left a note. It said, "Thanks for the bad security." It was all captured on a surveillance camera, a few minutes of silent movie comedy. The landscape is not at all imaginary. It's the actual site in Oslo, where that terrible feeling overtook him.
When he was assigned by the government of Norway to work with the Norwegian mission, another very important vulnerability of KGB was shown.
We realized no art historian knew this. Nobody we knew it. It was deeply exciting. I knew we'd discovered something rather big.
There may have been another influence on him. An exhibit in a museum that came from South America. A fascinating exhibit.
But I went into the dark room to see it, but there on the projection was the cabbage spinning. And I realized this is a color movie. It moves. They must have seen it 600 years ago. And actually there's a straight line from this to the television picture of today, and it goes all the way through European painting.
Bioluminescence may be the most common form of communication on the planet, and yet we know so little about it.
Where are you? What is the space in which your consciousness is located? And when you're watching television, where are you? Who are you? When interacting with other kinds of media, this kind or any other kind, is a kind of Faustian bargain. It always gives us something important, but it also takes away something that's important.
He was still obsessed, and wrote his own manifesto. He endlessly reworked it and copied it.
Kunstner forflyttning, tror jeg.
Klarer akademiet å følge med den forflyttningen?
Nei.
Syns du akademiet har klart det?
Jeg syns ikke det.
It's true. National psychology is different, utilization of certain vulnerabilities is different, primarily from psychological point of view. KGB sometimes gets obsessed with their work with valuable agents. They inevitably have to go to have meetings, in restaurants downtown, at the same time using them as agents of influence.
This place vibrated with painful memories. It was a scruffy spot on the wrong side of Oslo and the scene of many suicides.
I saw a bunch of people running and scurrying, and I saw a woman get down on her hands and knees and like she was going to pray.
There was a man coming forward with a black guard over his mouth and nose.
Brandishing a revolver, pointing it at all different directions.
He kind of looked confused as to what to do next, and then he started rushing out the front, and we started rushing out the back.
In fact, some believe that this is the original. Perhaps much more.
In realms of art, that's maybe all you can ask for is hope. The fact is, the actual conclusions never actually become a real reality. Only when one looks back can one see them in a sort of sense of time.